Hello, I'm Rick Merks and welcome to this tutorial where I'm going to talk about how you can add more depth to your existing filmed 3D footage within Adapt. No need to get back on set anymore. The content we're going to use to add more depth to within Adapt is this 3D stereo filmed footage of a skydiver. This footage is provided by our friends at Stereobank. Be sure to check their site. It's www.stereobank.com, and they have a lot of awesome 3D high quality stock footage over here. Landscapes, time lapses, for instance, underwater scenes. Be sure to check that out. So let's get started. Okay, here I've loaded in my 3D stereo footage. I've created a new project from stereo and choose to load in a stereo footage separately, left and right. And what Adapt now can do is generate the depth maps automatically. So by selecting a plugin from the shot settings window, stereo detailed, I can now render the depth maps by hitting update render. Before I'm going to do this, I just want to show you one more thing. If your footage contains more shots than this one, which is only one, you can decide to render all shots at one time by going to render and choose all from the drop down menu. So you don't have to wait for each shot to finish. Okay, let's hit update render and let it calculate, and I see you back in a few. Alright. Okay, welcome back. It's finished rendering, and I can now change the amount of depth in the scene by clicking on the settings window next to the plugin. This will open my histogram window, and in this window I can push the background even further to increase the depth. So let's do that. Alright, on here. When satisfied, I can close down the window, and this will automatically save my changes. And by pressing on update render, this will apply the changes to the shot. So let's click update render and let's let it calculate for a few seconds, and I'll see you back in a few. When satisfied, I can now render up my video by going to the export window. The only thing I'm going to change in here is under the advanced tab to say to Adapt to export the files as a separate left and right eye. So let's check that and go back to general. This is all okay, and click OK. This will render out my left and right view. Just let this calculate for a second, and I'll see you back in a few. Here I'm in After Effects, and I have loaded in both old and new version for comparison. I've created a new composition for the left eye with both files. And as you can see, there's much more depth applied to the new version. So that's it for now, applying more depth to your stereo footage. Feel free to leave a reply on this video or send me an email to rick@dimenco.eu. Thank you for watching and see you next time.